Hi, I am Gail Damiano, motivational speaker, high performance intuitive coach, sober mom boss, and founder of Legal Ease Wellness. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I am here with you to celebrate the Lawyer Wellbeing Week, also known as Wellbeing in Law Week. It's the first week in Mental Health Month. So thank you again for your time, Francesca. I'm going to just roll right into this interview and get the week started with a bang with such a lovely woman. I'm so blessed to know you. I'm so glad that you're taking the time for this today. My number one question, of course, is what is your favorite way to introduce yourself to people?
Yeah, what's interesting, given Clubhouse, I don't know if you're on Clubhouse.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, it's the best. But so I
That is fun.
realized like people have their intro. And so I was like, I should have an intro. So I totally encourage everyone to adopt this, whether or not you use Clubhouse. It really forces you to like sit and think, okay, like who am I and what do I want to convey to people? And like how do I quickly tell people who I am and what I'm about in like a super easy, quick way. So I actually have something that I say. And should I
Let's
say
hear it. Let's hear it.
it? Okay. So hi, I'm Francesca Witzburg. I am a trademark and copyright lawyer, also known as an IP lawyer. I am the trademark attorney on Instagram and on Clubhouse. And my mission is to educate and empower businesses, brands, entrepreneurs, content creators, and influencers to understand intellectual property and how to integrate these tools very early on in their businesses so that they can protect themselves and focus on growth and scaling. And that's really me.
Yeah. So a few things. First of all, it's great. It's very succinct. It's to the point. But what really gets me excited is the early on part, because people, it really catches my ear, and it's really smart because a lot of us who are out here creating content and starting businesses and doing all of this, we do as much research as we can, and we hire the people that yeah. So a few things. First of all, it's great. It's very succinct. It's to the point. But what really gets me excited is the early on part, because people, it really catches my ear, and it's really smart because a lot of us who are out here creating content and starting businesses and doing all of this, we do as much research as we can, and we hire the people that we can as we go along. But most of us, especially solopreneurs, are really doing it, a lot of it on the fly and figuring it
Yes.
out as we go, hiring coaches. So the fact that you're out there letting people know that you're here at the beginning, to just, it's okay to talk to an attorney right at the beginning. Don't wait.
Yes.
And I think it's so important. So awesome.
Yeah. And to use lawyers as partners
Yeah.
to help get up, to help get you the right foundations at the beginning, rather than like, I hate when I hear that they think of lawyers as a necessary evil. I just think, us as an industry, we really should try to change that. And with platforms like Clubhouse and even like these tools like Gail, what you're doing right now gives us
Yeah.
that ability to reach a lot of people in a less intimidating, more casual way.
Right. That's my MO. I'm super cash. When I was in sales, I had that's how we met. I had a 13-year career in legal sales
Yeah.
at the end. And really my approach is just to approach people as human beings, because that's who we all are. And when I first came
Exactly.
up with the concept of legalese wellness, I honestly, I got some pushback when I pitched it to some attorney friends of mine. Is like they were almost they were affronted, or they felt, I don't know, they just like I could see the heckles going back up on the back of their neck, like, don't, what do you mean, there's nothing wrong with the legal industry, we're fine, don't shine a light on anything. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, we're all human beings. Lawyers are people too. Whatever you want to believe, lawyers are people
We're
too.
not machines. Yep.
Right, not machines. So yeah, so I agree with that. It all is in the same vein. Man, I could talk to you forever. This is going to be a very fast interview. Okay, so how is your getting back to the well-being concept here and conversation? How has your contribution to the well-being of lawyers, specifically women lawyers, become more defined now that you're a partner and a mother?
Yeah, so I made a really big pivot in 2020. As did a lot of people. Crazy. I mean, like whether or not you have kids, like being in the hospital that long and having something unexpected, it really like mentally shifts you and makes you think like, okay, like that was scary. like what do I want to do next with my life that I have. And I'm super grateful that he's healthy and we're healthy and good. So I just kind of took that as a moment of, okay, this is my time to rethink my priorities and find a firm that gives me the flexibility and the title. I think this is key. I've realized it. It's not just the firm. It was the title that I needed to match my marketing passions and my educational passions with the law. And so I think, if people are in big law and people want to do big law, like that's wonderful. And like, you can do it and you can be moms and you can live a life. But for me, I loved the marketing and the educational aspect. And I just didn't have the time for that. Couldn't brand myself really. You're working with other partners where it's their clients. So I just made a move to a firm where I could become a partner, where like the woman who runs my firm, Tina Loza, is incredible. And she's super encouraging for all the social media stuff that I'm doing and the podcasting and Clubhouse. So I just think, that's really my story, is like turning a burnout to an opportunity to look at where do I need to go to really thrive personally.
Yeah, that's huge that you said that too, because, and unfortunately, that's where it usually starts. Like when my clients find me, it's because they're at the end of their rope, they're burnout.
Yeah.
They are just banging their head against the wall. It's just, they've talked to all the doctors, they've talked to all the, psychiatrists, they don't know where else to go. So they come to me.
Yeah.
So, and, I'm grateful for them, but it's also, it's what else can we do to get the word out? And we're doing it. So, the people, women especially who are watching and learning from us today, I hope that you, if this is you and you've got that pit of your stomach feeling of despair or whatever you want to call it, reach out, because it's okay. It's okay to do it before you explode or implode.
Yeah. I had this talk the other day with a friend too, who, the conversation is, with the legal industry being what it is, what are the outlets to give lawyers that support, right? Like, so you mentioned the doctors, you mentioned therapists, and we were discussing in Clubhouse, is it the firms that should be doing it? Is it the bar associations that should be doing it? And I think, I don't think we're there yet, but people like you, Gail, because this is what you do.
Right.
You are not just a therapist. You'll listen to people. You actually help them strategize on what needs to be done either in their environment, or you'll go through the list of things and it may just be that that's not the environment for them, and helping them strategize. Like, okay, you're an associate. Just by going to another firm doesn't mean your problems are going to go away. It could be worse. But what do you like? Do you like the marketing aspects? Do you like the education? Like me, then maybe go to a smaller firm where you could build a book of business. Or if it's, I just think that that's why I love the coaching now, and just keep going, because I'm super excited for everything you're doing. And I think that's what lawyers need.
Yeah, I appreciate that you said that. And talking about your conversation about getting the title of partner. I can give myself whatever title I want, which is pretty cool.
But you did that, right? You left.
Yeah.
You made a move where you're like, you know what, like sales was great and I learned all these skills, but now like what's going to make me happy? And you exactly, like whether it's going to a firm and becoming a partner, or like starting your own thing, or becoming an entrepreneur or a coach, like I think people need to think outside of the box. And with everything being digital now, there's just so many opportunities, and the technology is there. Like if you want to be a coach, or if you want to run courses, there's like apps and platforms like Kajabi where you pay a monthly fee. Like you can get courses up. You don't need, it's just the cost of entry and the barrier to entries are much lower now.
Yeah. Again, I could talk to you for hours. I'm going to so much fun. Okay. So my next question for you is, starts with a statement, really. You put out a pretty impressive amount of content on social media. And I want to know what your top tips are for other attorneys who want to do the same, yet they seem to always find themselves in their mind chatter, like, I can't seem to get organized or find the time or the inspiration. What is your top tip for people that want to do this, attorneys specifically?
I would say everyone needs to read Gary Vee's most recent book. And oh my gosh, it's totally escaping me right now. But I will find it. But
Okay, yeah, I haven't read it, so I was like, oh, what's the name? Okay, well, yeah, Google it. I'll Google it.
and
So
we'll put it in there. It's his most recent book, but it literally his what he says. You don't even have to read the book. Go to his YouTube channel
mhm.
because it's crushing it, crushing it.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
So I read that because I was like, you're right. Like I need inspiration, I need motivation. And so that like got me fired up because his personality and in the book, like he's the author, he reads it to you. So
oh,
that's why like
so by
I
the end,
love
you're like jumping up and down. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, I like.
he's fantastic. But what the main takeaway from that I realized is just pick up the damn phone and start filming whatever it is. Like if audio is good for you, get on Clubhouse. If you like video, use Instagram Live or TikTok and play around with it. I would say just start experimenting, get all the platforms, see what you like. And like for me, I found, I mean, if you go to my Instagram, go to at the Trademark Attorney and scroll all the way down, like you'll see I'm kind of doing all of these things at the beginning.
Mhm.
And I was worried that it wasn't cohesive, but it actually helped me because just posting,
Yeah.
posting.
Yes.
And then as you see, like as you scroll up, you're like, oh, okay, Francesca's doing this formatting. And now I have like a static post with a picture and a story. Then I do a quote and then I do a video. Like it could be a TikTok, it could be a live, whatever video I'm doing, I post there. But that came about by just like throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks. So my best advice is to just pick up your phone and just start somewhere and don't overthink. Don't over edit your content. What I love about TikTok too is like you'll see people who make typos in the captions because it doesn't have autocorrect. Like who cares? And especially as lawyers, we get paranoid about typos. Just that like fear being, set to the side is great.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Yeah. You know what? That's perfect. Just start, I say this all the time, just start where you are. I actually have a program called Start Where You Are.
I love that.
People come to me like, but yeah, start where you are. Whatever you know now is all you're not that whole idea of when I get this box checked, then I will do X, Y, Z. You're here now. Start now. Yeah. So perfect. So your best kept secret for managing your own well-being is what?
Exercise in the morning before anything. I do not check email the first thing. It used to make me sick. It would literally physically make me sick if I got like a nasty email or like I don't know. There was there's just a lot of things that could happen, and then that sets the tone for your whole day. Mm-hmm. So I carve out that space. Whether seriously like our new things, I go for a walk. I go for like a really long walk in the morning with my son. Mm-hmm. And it's time where I'm disconnected and I get to be really creative. I drink like a lot of coffee in the morning and I get pumped for the day and I'm brainstorming. Yeah. Like that's my secret is like carving out time before you start your day.
Secret is coffee.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I love that too. I'm a huge proponent of I call it a morning ritual. People call it a morning routine, but the thing you do first thing in the morning or the series of things you do first thing in the morning are really going to round out or set the tone for your day. And it's like the working out is a perfect example because how many times do you skip your morning workout and then all day you're like, oh, I got to work out. Oh, it didn't work out.
And it'll never happen.
It won't happen.
And it's stress.
And then it's 8 p.m. and you're like, ugh. So
it could be anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
It could be like, it literally could be like 10 minutes of doing some yoga poses. Like as long as you integrate that in where like you check in with your body. So before you do anything, like it's crazy the connection if you like just focus on your body and do something that's not very mentally strenuous in the morning. Like it's helped me a lot.
Yeah. And I gotta pitch my own thing too. I created this program specifically for morning routines. It's called the 30-60-90, where you do 30 push-ups, 60 crunches, and 90 squats every morning. You can do variations on it. Yeah, you do variations on it and things like that, but you get 30 minutes to do that. And then the rest of the time after you're done, you meditate. So you have a 30-minute chunk of time you do it, right? And it rolls into this other program. I do this, I teach these 6 habits that I call 6 habits for accessing your highest self is what I'm calling it. But I teach people within a 6-week course 6 different habits. One of them is incorporating a morning routine. And then the 30-60-90 is like a perfect morning routine. So it all works really, really well together. So when people do the course, we're all getting buffed together. It's pretty funny, but it's awesome. It's awesome, and there's other things in there, drinking water and cutting sugar, but people to varying degrees have varying success because they don't believe they can cut sugar out of their varying degrees have varying success because they don't believe they can cut sugar out of their life, which isn't true, but it's sugar is delicious and I get it. It's in everything. So, I'm not dropping the hammer, it's like little bits at a time. I do want to leave the last couple minutes open here for you to throw at me whatever you want to talk about. Is there anything on your mind that you wanted to just plug or talk about here at the end, or just,
I just want to encourage, because I know you're going to get a lot of like legal industry people watching this. I want to encourage everyone to use social for their business. You may use it for personal, and you can take that personal account and really start putting in some fun content. The people around you actually may be really excited for you and could be either clients or referrals. And I started doing that on my LinkedIn. So I created a new Instagram account, but then on my LinkedIn, and Facebook, I started leveraging the network that I already had. And it has been so rewarding. The people who have reached out, who I've set up calls with, I've reconnected with, and the new relationships have just been like very, very amazing. So for people thinking about it, I would just say, just do it, play around with it. You don't have to overthink it. You could even do a couple of videos, like taking out your phone and talking about an interesting legal topic. It could be short, unedited, unscripted. Just go for it. That's really what I want to leave with.
I love that. Thank you for that. That was a great way to end. I would just add that if anyone out there is looking to do that and they don't know where to start or how to form it, or maybe it's even in your back of your mind as a beginning of a business idea or a consulting business or coaching, because that's kind of the vein I'm in, reach out to me. I can help you, put your brain around it and really just get over your fears and start doing it and help you access, that genius point of view where you can have this like fresh line of content and like fun things. And sometimes it's not so fun. Sometimes it's really awkward, and that's okay too, because you just have to get out there and just do it. And otherwise you're not going to figure out what works, what doesn't, what you like, etc. So that's that. I really, really thank you again, Francesca. You've been like a dream and a great friend and a great person all in all. And thank you for doing this with me. Everyone who's watching, this is Francesca Witzburg, and you can find her at
The Trademark Attorney on Instagram is absolutely the best way. I have a link for a 15-minute consult or call if you want to connect. Click on the link in my bio. I'd be happy to connect.
Super awesome. And I'm also going to put all of your links with this video, so it's easy for them to do that. You can find me at gaildamiano.com and legaleasewellness.com. Until next time, have a great day.
Thanks, Gail.